Right. Good morning and welcome. My name is Ken Roseno, President of Roseno Transport and Acropolis Warehousing. Today we are pleased to host the Government of Alberta in her flagship Acropolis warehouse to make a much welcome infrastructure announcement supporting the growth, employment, investment, and efficiency of the City of Leduc and the Edmonton International Airport's cargo village. Through these trying times, our operations in the region and across Western Canada have supported the response to the pandemic, providing logistics, warehousing, and distribution of critical supplies to our frontline responders. This is in addition to the essentials of life that we transport to over 17,000 communities in Western Canada on a daily basis. Without further delay, I would like to introduce the MC for this morning's event, MLA for Beaumont, Leduc Beaumont, Mr. Brad Rutherford.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brad Rutherford, and I have the honor of serving as your MLA for Leduc Beaumont, and I want to thank Ken Roseno and his team for welcoming us in person at Roseno Transport in Leduc County. I also want to recognize the dignitaries who have joined us today for an announcement that will affect the future not only of Leduc's economy, but also the Edmonton International Airport. From the Government of Alberta, I'd like to recognize Minister of Transportation, Rick McIver. From the City of Leduc, and like to welcome His Worship Mayor Bob Young, and welcome from Leduc County, your Mayor and Your Worship Tanny DeBlanco. And from the Edmonton International Airport, I'd like to welcome President and CEO Tom Ruth and incoming Board Chair Joan Hertz. I'd also like to welcome everyone joining us virtually. The triple impact of the OPEC oil crisis, COVID-19, and the global pandemic that has followed in its wake have hit Alberta's economy hard. And as we continue to take steps to reduce the spread of COVID-19, Alberta's government has a bold and ambitious plan to create tens of thousands of jobs now, build and diversify our economy, and put Alberta back on a path to growth. We will shortly hear about another project to get Albertans back to work and to put Alberta back on a path to growth. The City of Leduc is a major part of that recovery, particularly right here at the Edmonton International Airport. And in the past few years, we have seen the population of Leduc increase by 2% each year. Just 15 minutes south of Edmonton, Leduc is more than just a bedroom community, with 60% of the residents both living and working here in the community. More Albertans and new Canadians are choosing Leduc as the place that they want to live, work, and raise a family. The logistical hub in the Edmonton Airport area makes that an easy choice. And then there's the traffic. Rush hour congestion, more semis on the stretch of QE2 has a cost in time and in safety. It presents concerns for all Leduc residences and businesses. This morning we'll hear from Minister McIver, Mayor Young, and Mr. Tom Ruth about an important piece of infrastructure that will increase safety and efficiency of the movement of people and goods through the Leduc hub. A piece of infrastructure that will be critical in a time of need where we need to be creating jobs and economic activity. And it is my honor to introduce Minister Rick McIver.
There we go. That would be a lot worse if I had the amount of hair I'd like to have. Good morning, everybody. I appreciate everybody taking the time to be here, and thank you, Brad. And thank you for your dedication to serving this great city and for advocating very hard for what we're about to announce. I'm pleased to be here in Leduc today, of course, with the Mayor of Leduc, Bob Young, the Mayor of Leduc County, Tanny, Joan Hertz, the incoming board chair for the airport, and with Ken Roseno, our host. And Ken, congratulations, first of all, to Roseno Transport for this beautiful building we're in, which is a real testament to your belief in Alberta, your investment in jobs, and the future of this area of Edmonton and Leduc and the entire province of Alberta. And and Tom Ruth, there, from the Airport Authority as well. I hope I got everybody there. If I didn't, someone will remind me. I appreciate everybody that's here today and everybody that's watching. It's been a tough year for our province, as everybody knows, with the triple whammy of the pandemic, global corona recession, and the oil price crash. A lot of Albertans are hurting as a result. That's why Alberta's government launched our recovery plan. It's a bold, ambitious strategy to build, diversify, and to create thousands of jobs, because protecting livelihoods is just as important as protecting lives. And our government is focused on both of those things right now. We're making historic investments in modernizing Alberta's infrastructure, building the architecture of the future economy, and creating jobs, including here in the fast-growing city of Leduc. You are a major part of Alberta's biggest transportation hub. Right here is where the Queen Elizabeth II Highway, the City of Leduc, Nisku developments, and the Edmonton International Airport converge, and that's quite a powerhouse of economic development and job creation. As the recovery takes hold, Leduc will be in a good position to capitalize on new opportunities. Already, we're seeing examples of those new opportunities. Just look around outside this building. The Premium Outlet Collection Mall has become a major shopping destination. Costco, of course, is a welcome addition to this area. Ford Motors has a parts and distribution center in Leduc. Amazon's new $1 million square foot operations center in Nisku opened in August. Amazon's operations alone has created hundreds of jobs. But with success comes crowded roads, more traffic and noise, and longer commuter times. Well, folks, during this time, this is actually a good problem to have. But it doesn't mean it's not a problem that we need to ignore and to not solve. More than 55,000 vehicles travel along this stretch of the QE2 every day. Industrial and commercial vehicles make up about 10% of the total traffic. The overall volume has been rising by 2% annually since 2010. This amounts to a daily challenge for families just trying to make it to school or get to work or their next appointment. Gridlock, of course, drives up costs for business and consumers, and it's not efficient for our economy. That's why I am pleased to be here in Leduc to announce that as part of Alberta's recovery plan, Alberta taxpayers will fund $33 million to help construct a new interchange at the QE2 and 65th Avenue. This will include a brand new overpass across the QE2, new on and off ramps, and intersection improvements at 65th Avenue and 50th Street in Leduc. We'll also build additional roads in Leduc and around the Edmonton International Airport. We will finish Perimeter Road and 65th Avenue west of the QE2, connecting the cities and the airport's road networks. All of this work adds up to significant benefits for the whole region. This interchange will be a cost share with the City of Leduc. The city has already earmarked $12.5 million to make sure this interchange gets built. Alberta's government has also submitted an expression of interest for funding from the Government of Canada under the National Trade Corridors Fund. We hope to hear more about that funding soon. The overpass will offer an extra point of entry into the airport and to the retail and industrial developments around it. It will give commercial carriers easier access to both the airport's cargo facilities and Edmonton's shipping networks. The project will also make more travel options available by providing a new route to the west side of Leduc, reducing traffic through the city and along the QE2 at both Highway 39 and Airport Road. Wow, when you think about all the amazing connections here, you just got to really know this is the right project in the right place at the right time. That will provide alternative access for emergency medical services when lives are on the line. Emergency responders with AHS and STARS will be able to move faster than ever. Every part of this matters for the peace of mind in and around Leduc. Today's investment will boost the economy, expand Alberta's highway system, improve Leduc's quality of life, while supporting roughly 471 jobs during construction. And I'm told it will support thousands of jobs thereafter by the additional economic development that it will unleash. The new interchange will support enhanced trade from goods arriving and departing from the airport. It will open up trade and economic growth while reducing traffic congestion. Now, a project like this usually takes about 3 years to complete. The planning, detailed design, and engineering are targeted for completion this year, and construction could get underway as early as next year once utility relocations are done and right-of-way acquisitions are complete, all normal parts of the process. It's all part of Alberta's recovery plan, which will make infrastructure investments totaling $10 billion this year alone, the single largest building program in the history of Alberta and the largest per capita of any province in Canada. Our plan is projected to create 50,000 much-needed jobs this year and more jobs next year. We're making investments where and when they count, where they can make the most difference, getting the most people back to work, getting shovels in the ground now as we raise Alberta's infrastructure to a 21st century standard. There are still difficult months ahead, folks, but we are on the road to recovery, and Alberta's government is not sitting back. We are laying the groundwork for the province to bounce back in a big way just as soon as that opportunity happens. By building schools, roads, and other core infrastructure like this interchange at QE2 and QE2 Highway and 65 Avenue here in Leduc, we are benefiting Alberta communities. Upgrading local bridges, roads, and community airports, and making improvements to water supply and treatment facilities to get people back to work are all part of the diversification plan to help Alberta's economy. Investment in our highway network, of course, is key to all of that. It's going to happen thanks to the prudent investment of tax dollars, economic diversification, and the never-quit attitude that makes Albertans so resilient. Albertans will come back stronger than ever, and critical infrastructure will be there for that comeback. Let me close by thanking Mayor Young, the city, the county, the Edmonton International Airport for being great partners of this project. Let me also thank MLA for Leduc Beaumont, Brad Rutherford, for his tireless, never say die, relentless advocacy for this interchange within our government. I look forward to getting everything done and to joining you all in a few years as we cut the ribbon. And folks, if you just look around and see the economic development that the airport, the county, the city have already done and just doubled it or tripled it, that's how you know this is going to be a successful project. And now it's my privilege and honor to invite the mayor of the city of Leduc, Bob Young, to the podium. Your Worship.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here today. I'm proud to stand here on behalf of my council colleagues to be part of this much anticipated announcement in our region. The ongoing support for this project is incredible. We look forward to working with all of our valued partners to attract investment, create jobs, and reignite our economy. I'd like first to thank Premier Kinney, Minister McIver, MLA Rutherford, and the Government of Alberta, and acknowledge their continued commitment to growth and investment in the Leduc region by recognizing this project as shovel-worthy. Further, I extend our thanks to our partners, Joan Hertz and Tom Ruth and the rest of the EIA team for their continued support and collaboration on this initiative. As well, I want to thank Ken Rosenau and Rosenau Transport for hosting us today, as they always do. This announcement is a culmination of years of effort, advocacy, and support building by many people. With those efforts in mind, I'd like to thank all of our regional partners from the Edmonton Metro Region Board for their support in our efforts to build this important piece of infrastructure that will benefit all of our citizens and businesses. And I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the hard work of past and current council colleagues and our city administration for their consistent advocacy and dedication to keep this critical project moving forward over the last number of years. Indeed, today's announcement is a direct result and evidence of the long-running relationship and collaboration that exists between the City of Leduc, the Government of Alberta, and all of our valued regional partners. It is also proof of our shared commitment to the development of industry and to the health and sustainability of the local economy, as the 65th Avenue interchange is key to unlocking the full economic potential of the EIA and its surrounding lands. The additional access points to the airport created through this vital piece of infrastructure will provide valuable opportunities for expanded and diversified commercial development throughout the surrounding region. The economic development potential of these lands is substantial, and we are confident that this significant investment will pay dividends throughout the entire Edmonton metro region. Beyond the projected economic gains tied to this development, this exciting project will pave the way for new jobs and support the ongoing recovery of our region and the province. It's been said more often than not lately that we are all in this together, and I could not be more proud to work alongside the province and our regional partners to build a stronger Alberta together. This is a very exciting time for our region and signifies hope for a bright and prosperous future. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Ruth from EIA.
Thank you, Mayor Young, for the introduction, and thank you to Rosenau Transport for hosting us here today. Thanks also, Minister McIver and MLA Rutherford, for making today possible. A sincere thank you as well to Mayor Young for all your work and planning to develop this project's path, and as well as to Mayor DeBlanco. We appreciate your support also, and we are proud to be residents of Leduc County. Minister McIver, we've enjoyed your recent visit here to EIA, and you are always welcome, and we're so happy that you and many of your other ministers have taken the time to visit and learn more about us and Airport City here. I'd also like to introduce and welcome our incoming board chair, Joan Hertz, who is with us today. Standing here at Rosenau Transport brings back great memories when we really started all this about 5 years ago. Ken Rosenau and Rosenau Transport have been great partners of Airport City and one of the earliest success stories of this overall development. Since this facility opened, we've added more than 20 other developments in Airport City and attracted more than $1.3 billion in private sector investment. An independent pre-pandemic economic review confirmed that in the last 3 years, these initiatives have generated more than 13,000 direct and indirect jobs. Of note, this is almost half of the 26,000 jobs that the airport supports. EIA and our municipal partners have been passionate for many years about the 65th Avenue Interchange project. This is not just an interchange. It may be the most strategic interchange in all of Alberta for all of us and our future generations. There is a quiet yet profound economic revolution taking place right here in this part of our region. And it revolves around global e-commerce and logistics. Smart investors will invest early in this and work together with our municipalities and EIA to take advantage of this interchange and what it really means to us strategically and for our province. Our staff have worked closely with the City of Leduc and our surrounding communities to make sure we were ready to effectively build off this key investment. And I must say that this investment is coming at a critical time for EIA and indeed our entire province and region. Our mandate is simple but profound. After safety and security, our role at EIA is to promote economic growth in our province and our region. This enhancement in roadway infrastructure provides critical connectivity, linking air with ground transport. Additionally, this new interchange will be a catalyst for future development. As those of us in this area know, during the pandemic, the logistic and transportation industries and our employees work tirelessly to deliver much-needed PPE and critical consumer products moved through e-commerce channels to service Albertans. The new interchange will also strengthen emergency services access that is so critical and streamline passenger traffic flows at EIA as well. In the past months, we have announced several private sector developments at EIA that will create more jobs and support Alberta's recovery plan. These initiatives include Airport City Solar, the world's largest solar farm at an airport, and new sustainable businesses like manufacturer Plant Plus. Of critical importance, EIA in Alberta is home to Canada's only IATA CEIV certified airport. This is the highest global standard for the secure movement of sensitive pharma shipments, including vaccines. Today's announcement sets the foundation for our region's prosperous future to continue. To achieve that, EIA is here to work with all regions and the province. The multiple developments in Airport City in the past several years have been made possible by cooperation with multiple partners, including the business community, provincial government, and the regional municipalities, including the City and County of Leduc that are with us. With these recent combined successes, we know the 65th Avenue interchange development will enable us all to reach new heights. We look forward to this project taking flight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ruth. We now have time for questions from the media. Moderator, can we take our first question? As a reminder, media will have one question and one follow-up.
Our first question comes from Bill Fortier of CTV. Your line is open.
Hi there. Yes, I do have a question and a follow-up for Minister McIver. The first question, I just want to be clear on the amount of money that's now in on this project. But almost 2 years ago now, January 2019, the NDP government announced $33 million. Now you're announcing $33 million. Was that money paused and now it's being re-announced, or is there a total of $66 million now for this project? And whether it's A or B, how much more money do you need to build this thing?
The Alberta government has committed $33 million. I can tell you that. I can't speak to what happened before we were in government, but your Alberta government has committed $33 million. The City of Leduc has earmarked $12.5 million. And as I said in my remarks, we're working together with the airport and the city and the county with an application in with the federal government. And we never want to be presumptuous about what the federal government will do, but we're very hopeful that they will be part of this.
Okay, so a total of $33 million from the provincial government, and staff can email me if that's incorrect, but that's what I'm going with. My follow-up question, I wanted to ask this to...
33 is the number, Bill.
Here.
Sorry.
Yes, okay, thank you. And my follow-up, just the Premier's not here, I would have asked him this today, but Mr. McIver, as a senior government official, actually the longest serving in Cabinet, I'm hoping you can respond to the Auditor General's report yesterday that found $1.5 billion in mistakes. The Auditor General said in his 30 years in that department, working in that office, it's the highest number he's ever seen in one audit. So how does the government respond and explain to Albertans how it was wrong by $1.5 billion and presented misleading financial numbers to the public?
Well, the reason we have an Auditor General is to correct things that need to be corrected. It's a long history, and every government from both Canada's government and every province and territory, the Auditor General's job in some ways is to embarrass the government of the day when that needs happening, or to tell them when that needs to be, things need to be corrected. And the Auditor General did their job. It's quite normal when that's why we have Auditor Generals, to make sure that the taxpayers' money is being treated as carefully as it can be, and to point out where that can be improved. And this is just another example of that happening, and we will have to read carefully and understand the Auditor General's remarks and make corrections as necessary.
Thank you very much, Bill. We go to our next question.
There are no other questions in the queue at this time. Oh, we have a question from Ashley Joanno of Post Media. Your line is open.
Hi, good morning. I just back to the financing question. How much money are you expecting or hoping to get from the federal government, and what do you do if you don't get it?
We will we will cross that bridge when it comes. I feel confident that the project that we are talking and announcing today will get built. And at this point, we're optimistic that we don't want to be presumptuous again and ever disrespect the federal government by assuming that they'll do something before they do it. But one way or another, we feel confident that this project will get completed. We haven't given up on the federal government yet.
But how much money are you asking them for?
Let me see this here. If I don't have it here in front of me, we will get that to you. $50 million.
All right, and we have our next question on the line.
Our next question comes from Bill Fortier of CTV. Your line is open.
Yeah, hi. Once again, sorry, I'm not sure if this was answered, but what's the total cost of the project? I know 2 years ago it was estimated at 70 to 80 million. Is that still the total cost?
Okay, so what I just heard is 50 from the federal government, 33 from the province. That's 83 and 12.5 from Leduc. So that sounds like 95.5 to me.
Thank you.
I think my addition's right. If I'm wrong, you'll just have to point that out to me. But I think I might have got that right.
And any follow-up, Bill?
So thank you.
All right. Thank you. I believe that concludes our questions for this morning. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you.